And let's focus on the commodity space and what happened overnight. Manisha Gupta joins us to run us through what's the update out there. Hi Manisha, good morning.
Morning, Nigel. Thank you. Well, we have seen the crude oil prices decline further. This is after Saudi Arabia says that they will not cut output alone. Remember, Saudi initially had said that they are looking to cut output by 500,000 barrels per day as December begins. But now they want all the OPEC members on board, and that's led to some decline. Also, for a 10th straight week, we have seen the U.S. crude inventories gain up, and now the total stands at 14% of a jump in last 10 weeks. And we, of course, have seen the crude oil prices continue to decline. We are down 30% in 8 weeks, and the markets do see further momentum on the downside if there isn't a positive outcome from the G20 summit, which starts tomorrow, and the OPEC meeting, which begins on 3rd of December, and we will hear the output policy on 6th of December. So it is going to be quite a bit of a push and pull that you will see in prices continuing for the next 1 week. In the meanwhile, the global cues have been quite volatile as well. The Powell speech is seen as dovish. That has pulled the US dollar down, and that in turn has been supportive for the metal prices. In any case, the US data has been positive. You have seen some support for the equity markets. The US GDP has shown an increase, and that has been supportive. So you saw the copper prices gain up by 2.5% overnight. Almost everything like zinc, lead, nickel gained between 1 to 2%, and Shanghai has seen some follow-through buying on that. So it seems like a strong start for the metal prices today.
Okay, Manisha, thank you so much for that. So it looks like a strong start for the commodity space and looks like it will be a strong start for equities as well, as SGX Nifty suggesting a positive start. But all eyes will be on the cues coming in from the F&O space, as today is the F&O expiry for the November series. And as always, Mangalam joins us with the cues coming in from that space. Mangalam, good morning. Tell us, how does the picture look like?
Well, the picture looks pretty rosy if you take a look at the Asian screen, the Dow as well as the SGX Nifty. You said a 100-point uptick is what the SGX Nifty is indicating, and it would be a good start to what has been a good series. So this series so far, the Bulls will have some respite. 604 runs put on the board for the November series so far, and this after Bears have wrested away about 1,500 points in just the last two series, the September as well as the October series. So the conditions, we keep talking about cricket, have been favorable for the batsmen. So Dow has been good, and also aided by a fair amount of FII flows. 4 days running, the FIIs have bought in the cash market. In index futures, yes, the batsmen have gone all out. The FIIs have bought around 1,100 crores on the last day of expiry. A large part of that is owing to short covering and a few long positions added too. But just for the odd bounce, perhaps there is some protection which is sought as well, because there were a few long puts added and long calls were unwound. A couple of active options that there were, we have 10,700 put, which has seen a fair amount of writing. So that's telling you, yes, there is support at the lower levels. 10,700 call writers have run for cover, and 10,800 call, that one for about 5.5 rupees, saw a fair amount of punt buying in yesterday's trading session. Let's see whether there is unwinding out there or not as the markets open above the 10,800 mark. The Nifty put call ratio is upwards of 1.8 higher level, but remember, this is the expiry series or expiry day, so a large part of options could be in the next series too. For the Nifty Bank, 26,600 call is fairly active. Let's see whether we sustain above those levels or not to trigger further short covering. In terms of stocks, I'm watching out for a couple of stocks. DHFL re-enters F&O ban on expiry day, and Jet Airways out of F&O ban on expiry day itself. And finally, a lot of shorts added on Yes Bank.
Okay, all right. Thanks so much for that, Mangalam. Over to Sonal. She's here with all the stocks that are on the news today. Morning, Sonal.
Good morning, Nigel. Well, a lot of stocks will be in focus because of some brokerage action and also because of the news flow around them. Sikal Logistics will be in focus because the company has been awarded a contract amounting to around 360 crore rupees for coal extraction in the Hingula area. Indoco Remedies has commissioned a new API manufacturing facility in Patalgaon, and this will increase their capacity from around 150 tons per annum to 600 tons per annum. So that is some capacity expansion coming in for Indoco Remedies. Bharat Financial informed the exchanges that it has completed the third direct assignment transaction worth around 827 crore rupees, and after this particular transaction, the total direct assignment transactions amount to around 2,181 crore rupees for the company. Mercator has informed the exchanges that it has sold some old vessel and the consideration is around 24 crore rupees, and this will be used to pay off the debt of the company. Now onto some brokerage action. Investec is positive on L&T. They have in fact raised the target to 1,740 145, and they think the performance of subsidiaries is consistently improving, and that is something they like about the company. Jefferies has initiated coverage on CEAT and Apollo Tyres with a buy rating. They, however, prefer Apollo Tyres because they think there is better growth visibility out there in the company. Macquarie has increased the target price for the OMCs. They think that there is further upside possible, and all the impact of the policy decisions is behind the companies. For IOC, they have increased to 176. For BPCL, it has been increased to 392, and for HPCL, it has been increased to 300. Also, they have increased the EPS estimates by around 1 to 10%. Lastly, Macquarie is very bullish on Jubilant Life Sciences. They have increased the target price to 1068. They also think the pharma segment is doing very well, and that is why the EPS estimates have been increased by around 1 to 4%.